you should figure out how to do a job that doesn't involve you walking in mud all day. And that's possible, because somebody else has done it. I don't buy the idea that, the society the way it is right now, it has to be this way. Someone's always going to have to work at Burger King. Someone's always going to have to. I don't buy that. I think people are pretty fucking flexible. If you look at the broad spectrum of humans and human behavior from different cultures all over the world, it's pretty obvious to me that there's a lot of different ways that people can act. We don't have to have fast food workers. We don't have to have people who work shit jobs. We don't have to. We just need to figure out how to restructure society so everybody somehow or another plays a part, has something to contribute, has something to share. I mean, that's what a real society is supposed to be like. I give you some coconuts, you give me some fish. We make a deal, and you do it back and forth and left and right. And when there's nothing to contribute, then you start looking, the president needs to give us jobs. We need jobs. So instead of something to contribute, you just find something to do with your time. And then it becomes about doing that more than it becomes about finding something to contribute. So society gets wrapped around becoming a part of a machine. Society, instead of becoming a bunch of individuals that are expressing themselves in unique ways, and everybody sort of borrows and shares and sells this and you sell that, and we all sort of figure out how we can contribute in a society, we got sidetracked and diverted into these boxes that they call companies and corporations, and we got stuck into these containers, they go cubicles or offices, and we got forced into this system. So our time, instead of it being invested in making pottery or fixing cars or doing something where you have a passion or you have some sort of a connection to, instead of that, you've sold your life to sit in a box and work for a machine, an uncaring machine that demands productivity. It doesn't understand you. It doesn't want to understand you. It has a bunch of very strict things in order to keep the humor at a minimum in the office, just in case one of you fuckheads says some stupid sex jokes to get them sued, and they have to give somebody $1 million.
Workers, cashiers, and burger flippers, while drawing government assistance to supplement their slave wages. Most of the remaining Americans will serve the wealthy as maids, valets, fitness trainers, pet sitters, and nannies. They are not likely to get much of a retirement plan or healthcare benefits. They will struggle to make ends meet. They will work until they are no longer able. If they are lucky, they will die flat broke. Others will die in debt with nothing to leave to their heirs. The fact is that money can be and is created out of nothing. But in order for us to have faith that it actually exists, we need to go through some sort of travail in order to achieve it. Human beings instinctively don't believe that something can be created out of nothing. They need to go through the process of work in order to satisfy the logical part of the mind, to make themselves believe that creation has indeed taken place. So the economic system is set up to make that happen. Here's how the scheme works in modern times. A bank can take the money from its depositors' accounts and lend it out to various persons or institutions on interest. It can loan out the vast majority of the money deposited, classically 90%, leaving only a fraction, 10%, in the bank's vaults. This fraction is called the reserve, and it is the only actual money sitting in the bank, backing all the various loans. When the loans are paid back, the bank earns a profit from the interest. Thus, the bank has caused its depositors' money to multiply and has kept the difference for itself, essentially creating money out of nothing. In our system, money appears to be created out of nothing, but in reality is being created from something intangible, time. Specifically, human labor measured over time. So what is happening to our youth? We are shackled to the fixed earth like a slave or a captive. Because of this artificial relationship that's been forged between time and money, and because of the magic of fractional reserve lending, money can now be expanded or contracted with time. The global economy has become a gigantic pyramid scheme built for channeling the life energy of the many into the hands of the few. Through an alchemical transmutation process in a giant machine where we work the levers, we produce wealth for them to enjoy. When we work at our jobs, pay our taxes, consume goods and services, deposit our paychecks at the bank, register for selective service, for Social Security, or for welfare, we are feeding the beast. The true energy source, the true prima materia from which the alchemical gold is produced is, in this instance, our blood, sweat, and tears.
But that might be a mistake. Could stop paying income tax, but they might send me to jail. And if we don't pay the mortgage, then they'll take our house. Then where would we get our mail? If not for all these bills and taxes, our income would more than suffice. I feel like a real big cheese until everybody takes a slice. And I don't want to bore you with my troubles or my woes. Still, you're old enough to know where the money goes.
Instead of working for money, my rich dad taught me how to have money work hard for me. And that's why I've only had a job 4 years of my entire life. Other than that, I'm building companies or I'm investing, and that's all I'm doing.
Well, the subject of money is taught at home, not in school, you say, because most of us learn about money from our parents, and it's only good if you have a rich dad mentality.
My message to people is, why struggle for money when you don't have to?
The number one asset a person can build is build a business. That is the smartest thing you can do.
Because we're our biggest asset, we're also our biggest liability.
We are.
Yeah, we are.
I know,
As
I read that.
Paul said right there, he starts a home-based business. The tax laws are written against, tax laws are not equal. And if you want, what I'm saying is got to get educated here. So the tax laws are not equal. So if you're an employee and you work harder and harder, the government's going to take 50% no matter what. So by being a business owner, which is Paul did, he has tax advantages that the middle class and poor do not have.
The taxes are the biggest expense in your life as a salesman. The more money you make, the more the government takes. So get control of your taxes first by setting up a home-based business.
See, that's what people should be teaching in school, because I swear to you, we've all been taught, be responsible, pay your bills first so that the people don't, call you or not harassing you and so forth. What were you going to say, Paul?
I would say I was dealing with the real estate, what Robert's talking about, but for $300, I set up a home-based business. Anybody in this room can do that, and you're going to save money on your taxes, number one, while you're generating income on your business. Once you've got that income coming in, you can do all the real estate that you want then. So it's really just getting out there and looking at the different opportunities. $300 investment, can't beat it.
So long as America's fascist regime remains in power, the best opportunity for upward mobility in the United States will come from
network marketing business opportunities.
Network marketing.
Network marketing.
It's network marketing.
Network marketing. Why network marketing? Quickly, I'm going to give you the first 4 reasons why you should consider getting involved in network marketing. Number 1, network marketing has allowed more people to quit their jobs and work from home and to find financial freedom and success than probably any other home-based profession that I could think of. So if you're looking for something to replace your current job or your current income, network marketing can definitely be that vehicle for you. Number 2, if you work this business hard enough and you work it smart enough and you work it right, it can be one of the fastest routes to time and financial freedom. I don't want you to think I'm saying it's a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. It requires work, but it is definitely faster than many other routes to wealth than I have seen. The third reason is that you don't have to develop your own product. I mean, this is a big plus for a lot of people. The company does it for you. They put in all of the research to the products and everything that they need to develop the product. All you have to do is go out and sell it, market it, promote it, and then you make commissions on that. So that's a pretty good deal. The fourth reason, then probably this is the biggest reason why I can think of to get involved in network marketing, is residual income. Network marketing, if you build the right organization, can provide you a residual income over time to where you don't have to show up to make money. You know, if you put the work in the beginning, you could go on vacation for a month and come back home and there's a check in the mail. So that's a pretty cool deal, because every other job I've ever been involved in, if I took a month off for vacation, I didn't come home to a check. So network marketing is very appealing in that way, that you can put systems in place and you can build your downline in a way that you could take some time off and still have a check in the mail whenever you get home.
On this side over here, their key value that they want is they want freedom. They don't want to have to work at a job anymore. They don't want to have to work for the rest of their lives. For people who want to make the shift over to the B quadrant, which is what I would recommend for people, one of the beauties of a network marketing company is that you can do that for a very low price. And that's why I talk to people about considering that. If you're to build a Microsoft, it would take you hundreds of millions of dollars. But a network marketing company allows you to start at a very low rate. They'll be patient with you. They'll take their time to transition over here. And the reason why that time is so important to most people is it takes time to change those values. And the most important thing is once you take the time, let's say it takes 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever time it takes, once you see the value or the core values of this side and this side, you're unstoppable. Today, I would never go back and get a job. Why should I? I'd rather stay on this side, build companies, pay less taxes, and make more money. But the key is a person needs to change the values from my poor dad to the values of my rich dad. And that's one of the beauties of network marketing companies. They allow you the time, and at very low cost, they'll work with you to make that transition over there. Said, why would you work so hard at something you'll never own? You can't sell your job, you can't pass it on to your kids. So to me, it never made any sense. It made more sense to build my own business and hire other people. The other reason is that you really don't have much control if you're in the corporate ladder world. For example, you can get fired at any time, or today we have what's called M&As, or mergers and acquisitions, where another company buys another company. So you could be a great employee, but the company that buys your company just fires you.
Direct selling. It is quite possibly the perfect business for you.
For more information, contact the person who gave you this video.
How to begin to create your own reality by choosing your future. And not only is it important for you to know it's possible for you to choose your future, but it's necessary that you work on yourself, that you develop yourself. It's necessary that you get the energy drainers out of your life.